This comment is from John Oliver's page, and click on it to go watch, because he just did this absolute gut-wrenching takedown of the Social Security Disability Administration, how horrific it is and how almost impossible it is to navigate the system. And this is close to home for me because I've been dealing with this for 3 years, and I fell into an absolute black hole of being told you're not going to qualify and you're probably not ever going to qualify. And young ladies and women, this particularly pertains to you, because there were so many elements about SSDI and SSI that I had no idea about, especially, number one, the time limit to qualify for SSDI and the work credits to qualify for SSDI. I'm going to throw up a screenshot so you can see what I'm talking about. Right, this explains the work credit system, and every year you work, you get so many credits towards getting disability benefits. This explains the rules for if you do get SSDI, because what they give you is nowhere near enough to survive every month, what you can work, how many hours you can work, and how you constantly have to calculate that to make sure you do not make too much, or they will actually take your benefit completely away or greatly reduce it. It gives you more information about that program if you do decide to try to work while you get SSDI. So in the 3 years since I had my medical trauma drama nightmare, we've called Social Security 3 times. My doctor even called. Well, I was on the phone because she just did not believe it. She did not believe that there was no way that I didn't qualify for any kind of benefit. And the first thing that they told her, they pulled up my information, was, number one, she's past the 10-year requirement. She hasn't worked in 10 years. She hasn't been paying in to SSDI. So that immediately knocked me out. And then the second was for SSI. It was her husband makes too much money. She will not qualify in any way for SSDI. So here I am, a stay-at-home mom who needed to go back to work desperately after the pandemic ended, and that was the plan, but then I got hit with my medical trauma drama. And so now I'm disabled by every definition of the word, and yet I have absolutely no hope of being able to access SSDI or SSI. And then that puts the burden all upon my husband. So what do? How do you survive? Like every other person in America, you start a GoFundMe. You reach out to any and every program that could possibly help with rare diseases, and you budget like crazy. And we have a child that we're trying to raise in the midst of all of this. And it's very difficult now with the cost of living to live off of one income. It can almost feel impossible at times. And here's the real kicker. Everybody that has chronic illnesses, rare diseases, stress makes your symptoms worse. Stress makes you worse. So you are constantly living in this bubble of stress, of copay for expensive drugs, copay for specialists and doctors, the cost of how expensive groceries are now, the cost of just living. So you live in this constant stress bubble that continues to just add more and more pressure to a chronically ill or rare disease person, which is not an environment that you really need to be in. So go watch John Oliver's. I think it's a 3 or 4 clip series, and it is absolutely outstanding.